What is up with the squad? Here we go. It's Hot Take Wednesday. Y'all know what
Let's
it
get
is.
it,
It's such the favorite auntie with Uncle Tendencies in the building. With Rob the Man Media. What's good, Rob? What's good?
man. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? We in the building. It's Wednesday. Y'all know what time it is.
Hot takes, hot takes, hot takes. So let me just say, shout out to you. Shout out to you. You was up here calling them. You was up here calling them. We've been talking back and forth on the text messages. Portal going crazy. Portal going crazy. Uh, what's the tea, Rob? What's the deal, man? What's happening? Get
Man,
this thing off the hook.
it's just getting started. It's just getting started. It's too many. It's too many people in the portal now to be to even give a real true breakdown. It's like it's really what you want. I mean, the sophomore class is super heavy right now. But man, it's the transfer portal class, man. It's getting real. So we gotta. It's some things to be watching out for, but I'm still waiting on a kid or two more to leave Louisville, for sure. Since Gilbert Arenas' daughter has already entered the portal yesterday. As soon as we get off live, hey,
Yeah, I hated to see it coming. I hated I hated to see it coming. I mean, my goodness. I wanted her to stay. I got Anaya Hardy down there. Um, so I was looking to have her be able to grow with like Randolph and Arenas, and I don't
yeah,
know what's going on at the Yum Center right now. So I got my eyes locked in on Louisville right now. Eyes locked in on Louisville. Definitely locked in on where the Twins might be headed. And they're still just looking to see what other names are going to pop up and surprise us in the portal.
I mean,
Um,
there's still some names that's gonna surprise you. Now, given the next round of players is gonna come out, after the weekend, but there's still gonna be some smoke in the air for sure. With moving pieces, so we gonna see for sure.
but we also got this Sweet 16 coming up. We
Oh
also,
yeah,
we also
oh
got
yeah.
this. We got the Sweet 16 coming up. It's getting started Friday. What are the games? What's the games that you're looking forward to?
Texas Notre Dame. That's the only game really. I
Really?
uh well that's Elite Eight. Sweet 16 though. Texas Tennessee that game. Of course you go with Duke, North Carolina. LSU should beat the crap out of North Carolina State, but we'll see. Um,
Mm,
I don't really see Ole Miss doing anything with UCLA. I'm just gonna be honest.
really?
Uh,
Come on, Rob. You don't even see the defense being able to make it interesting.
it's gonna make it interesting because UCLA is gonna play a slow style to make it a grinded out game. That's what's gonna make it interesting.
Okay.
Nothing else about that game is really interests me. UCLA should take care of business. When you look at LSU versus NC State, it's gonna kind of look similar to the Florida State game. First half is gonna be super close, and then the second half is just gonna be LSU take off again. That's just this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? UCLA and LSU's on a collision course, in that bracket. So that's the thing about that. When you go to the next bracket, when you talk about USC versus K State, now I mean USC has enough time to be K State. We're gonna find out if USC coach can really coach. Because that's what I really want to see out of that game. If she does, what kind of game plan does she bring to the table to beat K State? Because they could beat K State without Juju.
What's the game plan that they need to bring?
Huh? Play through if I'm them, I'm playing through Kiki, right? Because Kansas State doesn't have anybody that can match up with her. Now USC does have bigs that can match Kansas State center. But I don't really think she's a threat for real, like most people do. You get physical with her. You get her off the block. She's really not a threat. But you could just go ahead and play her one-on-one and just say, you know what, everybody else ain't getting hers. If you get 50, you get 50. And I doubt you're going to get 50. You might just going to get 20. So you can run her out the game, honestly. And honestly, you can run Kansas State big out the game. So it's just a matter of coming out to guard play, right? Which team doesn't turn the ball over the most? That's who wins the game. Now,
All right.
Kansas State can upset USC, but I just truly believe that USC has enough talent to get them over the hump versus K State. That's just me personally.
Do
You
they have
don't.
do they have the leadership on the floor?
Kiki's the leader. She's going to become the ultimate leader now. Now that Juju's out, right, and they've been playing a lot without Juju in certain situations. So that second half of what you see from USC, the last previous game is pretty much what you'll see moving forward. You know what I'm saying? If I'm them, I'm trying to get Kiki on isolated at the mid post as much as possible, as much as possible. And the reason why is if she can catch that thing, rip through, and get to the rim, you're not stopping it. You don't have nobody that's fast enough that's going to guard her from getting a rip through straight to the rim because it's really one dribble to the rim. You know, and those are the type of things that I'm trying to do with Kiki is isolate her mid post, let her go to work.
All right, all right. Yeah. Here. Let me know what y'all thinking. Let me know what y'all thinking. MJ, I see you in the building. What's good? Key, I see you in the building. Emily, what is good?
Yeah,
Lisa
what's
P, what's
happening?
happening? Anthony
Yes,
Jones, he say, Anthony Jones got arenas going to USC. USC. So it's a lot of people in the portal. We gonna hear a lot of names going a lot of places. What's up, Ashy? Run them lights up, y'all. When we look at a team like USC, right? When we look at a team
Uh-huh.
like USC, how many spots do they really have to take advantage of all of this stuff, all of these transfers that are going to be pointed at
Well,
them now, right?
one thing first is USC gonna have opportunity at the bigs, right? The wings and the bigs are they really where they got open spots at. Because a lot of times you play Juju at the two. Juju can go from she can play the 1 through the 3, right? The point to the small
Mm-hmm.
forward. So in reality, even if you see USC and I'm this coach, I would rather them bring in another guard to push Juju to the 3, which is more than likely gonna help Juju's game and USC in a sense. Because now you get Juju and what she wants to do, and that's be in space out on fast breaks. Now you can outlet that ball, and now Juju's coming downhill and attacking to the rim, getting teams in foul trouble. Now she's scoring more. The team is benefiting because they don't have to play in a set offense. When Juju's attacking downhill, everything comes easier, right? Because now it's a spacing. It's hey, if I don't got it, I dribble, boom. It's a kick, swing, shot, right? Kick, swing, shot every time. So you just gotta. If I'm them, I'm building to add. You know what I'm saying? You got your point guard. Go get another off guard, a combo guard off guard to move Juju to the 3. Now it's less low, right? She don't have to worry about bringing up the ball, breaking press, doing this. You want her on the other side where she's down here taking it to the rim, or she's in the baby to get her 3 off. And then now that you got Kiki will be gone, you got all those minutes there. You don't really have a development big on the bench that's going to take up those minutes. So that's easy. Go get somebody out the portal. At the center spot, you can upgrade there. So it's opportunity at USC. It's all about when you come into USC, understanding that you're gonna have at least 2 years with Juju. Now, what do you want to do?
Well,
If you're
that's the thing.
but and see, here's the thing. I get everybody saying arenas to USC. It makes the most sense. But if you get arenas, you get Jada, and you get Bree, what does that look like?
And that's what I'm saying. Do they have roster spots for all three of them with what
Yes,
they already have there?
yes,
So
they got it. Yeah,
they could bring in all three of them.
yeah.
So
They could bring in all 3 of them and be fine. Now, if they bring in somebody else, like a 4th or 5th person, now that's when it's like, what you gonna do?
okay,
Because
now I'm hearing a name that's not in the portal being attached to playing going back to play with Juju, and that's Zach Randolph's daughter. So did McKinley play with Juju before? So
um, I'm
and
trying to.
this is just speculation. She's not in the portal. She's not in the portal. I don't know if
I'm a.
she's
I'm
getting in the
a.
portal,
Hey,
but I've been hearing the name that like
ain't in the
she's
portal, but hey, hey,
okay.
I said this: if Arenas hits the portal, more than likely Randolph's in the portal.
So and they could be looked at kind of like a package deal, maybe like what you have the package deal maybe at Arizona. Does USC have room for both of those package deals?
I would say yes, because Randolph can play the three. Bree Cunningham is pretty much can play the 4 or the 5, right? And actually, no, it all work because Bree Cunningham could play the 4 or the 5. Randolph could play the 4 or the 3. Juju could play the 3 through 1. Renas could play the 1. And you still got your 2 freshmen that's, you know what I'm saying? So you got Jada at the 2. So they become an 8-man roster. It's actually perfect for
So
them.
is that Kennedy Smith still in rotation?
Yeah, Kennedy Smith is not. She's gonna start. I'm
Okay,
a
and then
her,
and that keeps K9 in rotation.
yeah. So I'm starting. Listen, I'm starting Kennedy Smith, right? I'm starting her. I got Jada at the 2, but in reality, you probably could put you. Yeah, you have those 2. I have Randolph at the 4. I have Bree at the 5. Right. So now the open position is your 3 for Juju to come back, and so you got your sub. You know, Renas will be your sub for Smith. You got your shooter in 23 right now that's on the roster for Jada. And really the open spot is your 3. And then that's when Juju comes back. She fills that 3 spot.
Okay. Okay.
So it can work. So I mean, when you talk legit like that, I mean, even with Juju out, right? They have a 6-man rotation. You bring and they got Jazzy Davis. I forgot that'll be their 3 while Juju's out. Jazzy Davis is gonna start. Davis is gonna start. She's a wing, so she'll be their 3.
So Jackie Davidson is basically coming into a situation where she's gonna have to start based on Juju being hurt anyway, even if she wasn't gonna start.
Well,
It's just a
she's gonna start with Juju regardless of the fact. But now that Juju's hurt, it's just you just slide into that 3 until Juju come back. Now, if she has one of them freshman years, it's like shit. It might be hard to bring out the lineup. But if you keep her in the lineup, you actually get bigger with Juju. Because you're talking about Juju being at 6'2", Jazzy 6'3", 6'4" as a wing. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of in a good situation.
okay.
So you,
Okay.
you have a little 8-man rotation was what you need. Once you get to March anyway, you only playing 8 girls for the most part. So it actually benefits them if they take both of the package deals.
Okay. All right. All right.
Now I tell you this: if they take both of them package deals, hey, USC gonna be some problems, and they can match it with anybody. They can match it with anybody in the country. I would take USC to match up, and I would just go ahead and make an early prediction. It'd be USC versus South Carolina in the finals. I would just go ahead and make that early prediction.
Oh yeah, but because the other thing about that is, with all of that talent coming in, now I want to see Gottlieb. Who are you?
Who?
Gottlieb. Who are you?
Oh,
Who are
yeah,
you? With all that talent
yeah,
coming in, manage it, develop it,
yeah.
coach it. Yes, that would be the challenge. It's no excuse.
But see,
There's no excuse.
that's my biggest flag on her right now is I just haven't seen her really develop anybody. I've seen what you see. I've seen what you done with superstars because Juju won it and she's gonna do it by herself. But I ain't
Yeah,
really
absolutely.
seen her develop nobody else on the roster. Be like, hey, it's game time. I need, you know what I'm saying. I haven't seen nobody game elevate while she's been there. That's my biggest thing with her. She's a good coach now. She's recruiting her butt off, but I haven't seen her just elevate to where her team is like, all right, we go to a different level, you know. But we're gonna find out because the true testament to her coaching ability, we're gonna find out right now.
Yeah, we're gonna find out right now. And I'm still trying to figure out why USA Today still has Camille Pierre listed as being in the portal. I'm so
Man, I'm
I'm
lost on that.
confused by that. She's not in the portal at all.
Honestly though, if Vanderbilt adds one more piece, they could be dangerous. They
One
got
more
2
piece like
solid bigs.
what?
If they could add like if I'm them, I'm trying to go add another guard. That's what I'll be trying to go add. I think they're fine at the wing. They're fine at the bigs, but if they could just go add another guard, I think that'd be fine. Because you got to think about when Pierre and Blake's if one of them have an off night, they don't got nobody else. They can go get buckets, and that's what that another guard or wing will bring them. They can get somebody else to go get them some buckets to take the pressure off them too.
Hmm.
Hey, Vanderbilt could be a problem,
Okay.
and they
Quick question.
young, and they young.
They young sophomore. They got a sophomore, freshman. What they'll be junior, sophomore. Like
Yeah,
basically, what I was saying about Vanderbilt is if they, you keep them two together in the SEC, they kind of like a junior sophomore duo to that you could kind of play off against Malaysia and Joyce, right? Going into
yeah.
next year.
But see,
MJ, good question.
here's
Oh,
here's
go
what
ahead. Go ahead.
here's what I love about Vandy. I got to give credit to Vandy's coaching staff and strength and conditioning staff because I done seen them mold some girls that look like well, they ain't supposed to be out here, right? And really got them to looking
Okay.
like basketball players. So I got to give
Okay.
my
That's
hands
cool.
off to that Vandy staff. If you are big, I'm just being honest. If you are big and you looking like Clay, you looking like clumsy and flimsy, and like you ain't supposed to be on, man, take your butt to Vanderbilt. They got whoever their strength and conditioning coach is. I'm trying to hire them because I done seen them
So
put some real
is that
work
a good
in.
spot for? Is that a good spot for like a Sarah Williams or a Gracie Merkel? Is
It's
it
a
too late
it's
for
a
Sarah to go there? Sarah's a senior, right? So
man, it's a wonderful spot. But the thing about it is, people don't look at Vandy as a basketball school and a basketball program because it's about the education. But what I've
okay.
seen from the Vanderbilt staff and the strength and conditioning, what they have done to transfer players, man, hey, I got to send a kid there. I mean, it's already a kid there from Colorado, so that's why I was already invested into the program. But to see what they done with that kid and what she looked like, if I showed you a picture of what she looked like in high school, and you look at this kid right now on their roster, you like, damn, what the hell do they do? But they've done it. So it's like I gotta give credit. And you see in progress, you seeing kids get developed, you seeing kids get better with their program after a year. And that's the biggest thing for me. So I'm like, man, I gotta get my hats up to something like that because they doing it the right way. It's just they're Vanderbilt. That's the only problem.
It's not the coolest. It's not the coolest school in Tennessee. I get it. It's not the coolest school in Tennessee. It's looked at a little bit more as an educational school, but solid. I mean, solid points. They got some solid players up there. Um,
I look. Let me tell you this.
look,
Pierre's not going to the portal. I have a Colorado kid on the roster. She's not going into the portal. I don't know where that came from, but she's good.
is Vanderbilt? I don't know that anybody from Vanderbilt goes in the portal now. Originally, I thought maybe Blake's might go, and then I realized that her brother is finished at Stanford. I think so. I don't think she moves. Like you said, they got
Yeah.
a solid one too. They finished up pretty good. You get, like you said, you add a piece there. It'll be interesting. I want to go back to Southern Cal real quick. MJ had
Yeah.
a quick question. What would you say are Coach Gottlieb's strengths as a coach?
Honestly, man, it's I truly still trying to figure out where her strength is, and the reason why I say that is because she's always had star players to bail her out of situations. She's had one of those, right? When you talk about when Juju first got there, she had Forbes, right? If Forbes wasn't getting 30, Juju was getting 30. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really never seen anybody else develop outside of the two players. That she's always had a player, two players. That's always what she's had, and she's had a bunch of pieces around them. But it's
Okay.
like the bunch of pieces around them ain't good enough to get you over the hump because you ain't never developed them to get you over the hump.
Well, I mean, you brought in the number one freshman class, right? Number one recruiting class. So we should see some development, some great development over the next 2 to 3 years, right? Is that
Yeah, but
is
you
that
see, here's the thing: you brought in a number one freshman class, but do we really know who they are?
well? I was gonna ask you.
I mean, I know who they are, but I'm just saying in general, most people don't even know who they are. Like,
Right. I mean, outside of Heckle and Smith, and they got a sharpshooter. They got is it
yeah,
is the name Howell? Is the name Howell? What's the
I just know,
sharpshooter's
I
name?
just know 23. I like 23. She's a freshman. I like her. She's 6'2". I like her. She come off the bench, but Smith. I mean, she's starting, so you got to see her. She's starting next to Juju, but I just want to see her develop. That's it. I mean, I can't. It's hard for me to say where her strength is because it's like she's always played through two kids.
Well, I mean, even if you look at just like this year, if you look at Smith, outside of the defense that Smith brings, right? Yeah, Avery's the shooter. How? If you look at the defense that Smith has brought this year, where can we say what have we seen? What other development have we seen out of Smith just over the season?
But that was always my biggest downfall with when people talk to me about USC. They talk to me about Smith, and I'm like, man, I just want to know what you're seeing. I get it. She's a 5-star, all this, that, but show me on the court where this makes sense to me, and then I can agree
So
with you.
what I have seen is some good defense. I'm a defensive person, so
Oh, no.
I love her.
Defensively, I'm talking about offensively. I ain't talking about defensive.
You
Defensively,
know,
I have no problems with Smith whatsoever. I love that. Offensive wise is what I'm talking about when they talk about development, right? Show me that.
that's the part that I'm talking about. In 23, we are talking about the same one. Avery Howes,
Yeah,
that's the shooter, the
yeah,
sharpshooter.
yeah. I like
Like
her. I like her.
I like her. So
And I don't
now
understand why she don't play more.
she gonna have to play now.
But see, here's my thing.
She's gonna have to play now. This is gonna be a great source of a great source of scorer for them now, right? Sharpshooter, get her on the
But
floor, run her off the screens.
here's my thing. Why is she not in the starting lineup with Juju? It makes the game easier.
Mm.
Think about it. Because now the stuff that Juju is facing with the double teams and people just like forgetting about other players, okay, leave that shooter over there in the corner and leave her open. Right? What other way can you surround Juba with shooters? You put shooters that space, and now you allow her to get off the dribble. You open the game up for Kiki to be more fluent. Like Kiki accelerated because that kid was making shots. Now you can't double Kiki because the game plan was they finna go double Kiki. But now you can't double it because you got a shooter on the same side as her. So if you come towards Kiki, guess what? I'm kicking it right to that shooter. She's knocking that shot down. She's gonna get you 15 just on wide open threes. Why is she not playing?
So okay, it makes sense. I got a question though too. I want to stay at USC for a minute. So
Oh, you good? That's why.
Darius, and I'm glad you put the name. That was the name I was going to. Dominique Darius, Shonda Dore. Does it make sense for Dominique Darius to stay at USC now that Juju's hurt? Should she take her name out of the portal?
Bye. Shake my hand.
God damn, coach, wait a minute.
Shake my hand. See you. I tell you, it ain't even nothing to talk about.
Is it because you already put your name in the portal?
Yup. See you.
Okay.
Listen, it's and one or two things. If you put your name in the portal that early, knowing that what we got, that means you don't want this moment. No matter if Juju's here or not, right? Just think about it. If I want to win a championship, I don't want to play with the best possible, because that's what's going to help me get there. So you run away from competition. Bye, shake my hand. We out. I need people that want to fight for a championship, not people that want to run away from that.
Okay, so I got a question. Jake Capone, I see you over on the Instagram. What's up, fam? The Darius thing, okay, because she does a vlog. Okay, I gotta understand about the vlog. Juju's never in the vlog.
Yeah,
is that because of Juju's brand, or is that like we ain't rocking?
She don't rock with Juju. That's all it is. But you knew that coming in. Now think about that logically. You knew what it was before you got here. What you thought was gonna change? Because you pulled up? Nah, we good. You know what time it is. Hey man, hey, listen. You either gonna get in or you gonna fit in. Listen, like this is what I understand. When the coach is showing you stuff and patterns, listen to those patterns. When she's telling you, hey, I'm only playing through 2 kids. I don't give a damn who come in here. I'm playing through 2 kids. You better make yourself be one of those 2 kids. All right, sit down. Just be a contributor. I'm just being honest. Like, tell me a time where she's showing you differently. I'm gonna play through 2 kids. I don't care who's else on the roster.
Yeah, shout out to Ray. Let me know, because the 2 times I saw it, the one vlog, only thing I saw was Juju's ponytail, and the other vlog I saw, Juju's face was actually blurred out, and so that's why I was like, wow, does NIL make these kids where they just can't be a team and like you
Man,
got to worry about all of that stuff, or is it, hey, don't put me in your vlog?
you
Hey,
know, hey, listen, all right, let's just go ahead and break the ice. And let's just go ahead and be real with this. All right,
let's
let's
talk.
just
Let's
go ahead.
talk. It's just me and you. It's just me
Let's
and you in here, Rob.
just
Come
go
on.
ahead. Listen, this all comes down because Juju has a mumble mentality. You ain't putting the work in the gym, so I'm not passing you the goddamn ball. Show me you want to put the work in, and then we can talk. And that's all that was. You're not ready to work, and Juju want to work. She's striving for greatness. You ain't on that line of striving for greatness. Hey, come on, we know what the time it is. Why we playing around with
That
this?
makes sense.
Why we playing?
But I'm with MJ though. This is the time to stay in Southern Cal. This is the time. This is the time to stay. This is the time
Nah,
that you wanted to be locked in. This is the time. This is why you're a Trojan. So that if you have to step up in this moment, you can step up. The stage is set. Everybody's looking at USC now. If you'd have
but
waited your time like Sanaya Fagan,
no, see,
you step right into the opportunity, right? Like you step right into the opportunity and show your bag. So this would be the perfect opportunity for Darius. Show your bag. Don't go
it
nowhere.
would
Show your bag right here.
it would be, but it's too late because you already effed that up. You still gonna have to deal with Juju. So even if you came back even if she came back next year, she's still gonna have to deal with Juju. Like Juju's coming back next year. Like whether you like it or not, she's coming back. She'll be ready to go. So that's what I'm saying. It's really a waste of time because she's coming back regardless of the fact. And thing about it is, what school are you gonna go to that's gonna give you the opportunity that you're looking for? Because I'm
Hold up,
waiting. I'm waiting on that one.
because do you stay in the Big Ten? Do you go? You don't want to go from
She
the
ain't
Big
standing.
Ten to the SEC.
She ain't standing in the Big Ten.
She not going to the SEC. Where's she going? ACC, Big 12.
She's going Big 12 or ACC. She ain't going to the. She ain't standing in the Big Ten. I'll be surprised she stay in the Big Ten. That one. And I don't know if a SEC school would take an opportunity on her.
Yeah, I
Now,
just
the one school that would be okay with her blogging would be at LSU, but she can go to LSU because they just got too much coming in, and they don't know what they finna do over there. So that would be the one school that I say that'd be cool with her doing all the blogging and stuff like that because LSU promotes that. And a lot of their kids, that's how they make their money is by vlogging and they Snapchats and all that stuff. So that's how they make money. So that'd be the one school that accept that'd be cool with it. But she couldn't go to LSU though.
mm,
So
okay. So you felt like she declared a little too early too. Yeah,
man,
she was
it's
so
a
sure.
wrap.
Like she was so sure. Like I'm out of here, and it was like, man, it seemed like you should ask if you can come back. If you could take your name out.
Nah,
Yeah.
nah, it's a done deal. Because what she wants to be, she wants to be on the same level as Juju, and she's not that type of kid. You know, and sometimes you just gotta recognize, man, this situation ain't for me. Hello, let's get it
No.
going.
Yeah, no, let me be clear. Charmaine Thomas. Yes, there was a kid at Notre Dame who put her name in the portal last year and then took it back out. Yes, you can take your name back out of the portal and go back to your regular school if they have you back. That we're not saying that.
Hey,
What we're
listen,
saying is that she moved, she can't. Go ahead.
let me break this down to you. You can enter the portal and you can remove your name out the portal. Does she have the courage to go in that locker room and face and apologize to everyone, her teammates, and the coach to come back? And if she ain't got the courage to do that, she ain't coming back.
Well,
So
and the only
whatever happened, whatever transpired, and she moved, that tells you more that it was more happening behind the scenes that you know out in public.
and not only that, Rob, because she put her name in before the season was even over. This wasn't about you didn't put your name in about how the season ended or how the season went. It's like you said, this is something specific that happened to you or how you feel about your playing time or whatever it is. This is something specific to you. This doesn't have to do with the team or how the season went or none of that because you put your name in the hat
Yeah.
too soon.
But here's what's gonna tell you logically, right? Let's see how fast she gets to another school. Because the portal's open now. So let's see how long you sit in the portal. And that's gonna tell you everything you need to know about her.
Oh, and let's be clear, some of these kids go in the portal and there's not a spot for them to go back out to. Some you can get stuck in the portal.
Well, here's the thing about the portal, right? You're not entering the portal unless if you're entering the portal without a plan, you're an idiot. Like I'm just gonna call it what it is. You better not go to the portal and not have contacted the school or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 and some back channels. A lot of these kids are not the ones contacting people, and they're not the reason why they're going into the portal. It's their parents, it's their friends, it's the family that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that's connecting dots behind the scenes to see, hey, if so and so goes into the portal, what's her market look like? If so and so goes to the portal, hey, do we got a spot at your school? That's a lot of times how a lot of these kids go into the portal. If you see a kid with a do not contact tag on them, as soon as they hit the portal, that means they family then already contacted who they going to before they even started. It's just a matter of what it is. It's just the life of the transfer portal business. And that's why a lot of people, when you see kids going to the portal, it's not the kids that want to go into the portal. It's somebody that's connected to the kid, whether it's the NIL representation, whether it's the parents or somebody affiliated to the parents, which would be the uncle, the grandpa, the cousin, somebody who tried to go chase it and help them get a bag, right? You're not always in a good situation when you transfer, because a lot of times a kid that transfer once finna transfer twice, unless it's their last year. Just being honest.
All right.
So y'all, you better be careful who you want to go in the portal, and you better go to the right situation.
Now, how many times can you go in the portal?
You can go into the portal as many times as you want. It's about who is somebody gonna take you. Now, it's a lot different when I was in school. And you transferred it when I was in school. You had to sit out the whole season. Like it wasn't nothing like this. You had to sit out the whole season.
Like Talasia sat out last year because she transferred too late, right?
Nah, SEC has different rules than everybody else. Okay. So that's the biggest thing. Why kids in the SEC, they still got that rule in effect if they're undergraduate. If they transfer after, so there's 2 periods that you could transfer. Depending on which period you transfer in, you might not have to sit out if you go SEC, and certain windows, because like that in football. So I'll break it down in football terms for the SEC, right? In a winter portal, you can go from the SEC to any school. If you went to the spring portal and you at an SEC school and you transfer, you cannot transfer to another SEC school. If you transfer to another SEC school, then you have to sit out a year. So SEC is the only conference that has that dumb rule, which I don't even understand why they have that rule, but I get why, right? What they don't want is for you to stack the rosters at some of these schools. Well, I don't like this coach. She did this. I'm gonna go to this SEC school just to be an asshole, just so she got to play me, right? So the SEC just stops the traffic of keeping kids inside the same program, inside the same conference, and playing against each other. So that's why they do it. They're the only conference with it. So
got it.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a good player that has been on 3 teams in 3 years? Anaya Russell been on 3 teams in 3 years. I don't know if that's a good
now.
She's been on 3 teams in 3 years.
I'm trying to think.
Because Russell went from South Carolina to Kentucky to Mississippi State.
Yeah.
And I don't think Anaya out no years. So like she did it. I don't know how she was able to do it.
Now I want so your freshman year, right? Depending on where you go, as long as your coach don't get fired, you're probably not gonna transfer. If your coach get fired, you're transferring, right?
She won a national championship and transfer.
Yeah. I'm saying that ideally this is
in general. Okay. In general.
Generally, this is what happens, right? Your freshman, you come in. 2 reasons why kids transfer: they not playing time, or their coach got fired. That's the main 2 reasons why kids transfer after their freshman year. They getting minutes or anything like that at a power 4, they're not transferring. So that's the reason why. They get to the second year, the reason why they transfer is because they absolutely didn't get no minutes, or they got to an altercation with one of their teammates and the coach got fed up with them, so they had to go. Chemistry issue. So when you really break down to it, it's rare to see a kid transfer to three schools, but it's been done. Especially on the men's side, it's been done. Like kids transfer every year at the men's side because they chase a chick. But on the women's side, it doesn't happen as frequently as the men's side because these people are not paying women's basketball players the type of money they're paying men's basketball players. And that's why you don't see as much transferring school to school every year like you do on the men's side. But it get interesting.
How do y'all feel about Sessions taking Gandy's spot? Is Sessions taking Gandy's spot? I don't know. I don't know that Sessions is taking Gandy's spot.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't feel away.
I feel like Sessions is being groomed to be the next coach at SC. That's what I think. And so I think that Sessions eventually will do everything there before she takes over. That's just my opinion.
I don't think that USC needs her because they already got Davidson coming in next year. They gonna get stuff out the portal. She doesn't fit the culture no more. So all I'm saying, shake my hand and just walk away from it, leave it alone because USC is in the best situation because they know Juju's down. It's easy to say USC now.
Okay. All right. I got questions about some of these players, and I don't know if you know about some of them, but I'm looking at the best players that they say are available in the portal. Is Sarah Williams the best big in the portal?
What you play
Wisconsin.
at?
Wisconsin. Big from Wisconsin.
Yeah, you gotta tell me the schools because that's how I remember them by schools. I be forgetting their names. I remember by schools.
She's 6'4" forward, junior forward from Wisconsin. She was the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year last year.
Big 12, ACC.
So I hear Gino has interest. I hear Gino has interest. That's why I was wondering if you think she's the best. What do you think about her?
What did I say? ACC, Big 12 school. She's not an ACC kid, so but when you look at it, why wouldn't Gino be on that? Right? You can put her and Sarah Strong next to each other because Sarah Strong. You put her and Sarah Strong next to each other, and Sarah Strong want to be on the wing anyway. She don't want to play down low. Oh my God, we did it, baby! Cody hit the portal. Cody just hit the portal, baby.
You heard it here first. Cody to the portal, baby. Cody to the portal.
Did I just say that? Did I say that yesterday? Did I say?
Here's the thing. Y'all go back to where I said clip it, and I said Cody to be a Gamecock. Cody to the portal. Remember, I said it before the loss. Baby. Cody, don't put your hands on me, McMahon, to the portal. Let's go.
Cody just hit the portal. Hey, listen. If you don't believe me, all you gotta do is it's breaking news right now. It's finna blow up on X. Don't worry about it. You ain't gotta listen to me. You ain't gotta believe me. But Cody just hit that portal.
Post it in the Discord when it hit. Cody to the portal.
It's out. It's out.
No, I told him to post it to the Discord. Put it in the Discord.
Yeah, it's out. Yeah, Cody just hit that portal, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Don, go ahead and make that phone call. Or do we need to send? I told you, send Plies up there. Go ahead and send him on. He on tour right now. He on a Millennium Tour right now. You can go ahead and send him on up there. You know what I'm saying? Go handle that business.
Pick it up, baby. Pick it up, baby. Run them lights up. Let's go.
He said, "Damn, Rob, you should tell me." I told you yesterday. It ain't on me. When Sess brought this to me yesterday, I said, "Bro, she gonna hit the portal." Majority of the people I told y'all gonna hit the portal and hit the portal so far. So we'll see.
Did she go with a do not contact? Do we know?
That I don't know yet. I got a text, and after I got the text about her about to hit the portal, it came up on the from X that she hit the portal. So
all right,
he's straight.
So where does that is Cody the best player now available in the
yes
in the
hands down. What we talking about, Mama? What we talking about, Mama?
Hey, listen, I'm waiting on the list to change up. Let's
Mama,
go.
You better,
in the portal.
Mama, you better tell him how we rocking. Shit, you don't know what Cody.
Hey, I'm doing like phone home. Like,
yeah. Hey,
like
listen.
point guard. Like, hey, make the call, baby. Make
If
the
I'm
call,
Cody,
baby.
I'm being honest. If I'm Cody, I'm putting a do not contact tag on me on purpose. So all these coaches ain't calling me at one time. I'm contacting who I want to go play for.
But we just talked about you go into the portal because you have a plan. You go into the
Yeah,
portal because you already kind of know.
somebody
So,
contacted her. Somebody told her to hit that portal.
woo, I
I,
wonder
I
where she ends up. Listen, she's one of my favorites. Let's go. But I said it. I said it looked like Ohio State is Cambridge land.
yeah.
It looked like Ohio State is Cambridge land, and I'm not mad at that. But I said Petty was leaving. I don't know. Does Limlila stay there now? What we got going
Hey,
on here?
well,
I'm interested.
didn't I tell you though? Like today was gonna be the day. Like you got to get
Yeah,
that
the
24.
24-hour cool off period.
Yeah,
Didn't I tell y'all last night? I said Rob say today, 24 hours we gonna see it's gonna heat back up.
that's why you see
Heat
Cody
up
in the
now.
portal. When the last time they played, give them 24 hours, come back, talk to the coach. She told the coach, shake my hand, I'm out of here. I can't deal with this. You ain't putting enough around me. Can't deal with it. I
We
want to
gotta
win a
ask you.
championship.
We gotta ask you if we can add that to necessities. Just shake my hand. Y'all know what
Shake
that
my
means. If I
hand.
say shake
Hey,
my hand,
shake
that
my
means
hand.
going on about your business. Shake my hand. Going on
Yeah,
about your business, man. We
shake
gonna
my
add
hand,
that to
coach.
necessities, man. Rob the man media. Shake my hand. We
Shake
gotta
my
add that.
hand,
Somebody put
man.
that in necessities right there, man. Shake my hand.
Shake
No
my hand.
hesitation, man. Shake my hand. Cody McMahon that just made my Wednesday. That is the
Hey,
hottest take
listen.
of the day, baby. Cody
Hey,
McMahon.
hey, if Cody ends up at SC, y'all better. Hey, I'm telling y'all right now. Whoever say that they knew something, y'all better clip this up. Send them to. Hey, they was over here saying if before anybody even start talking about this, shake my hand. Hey, we own them.
So, question. I like what you're saying, Shonda Doré. Could you see the Cambridges go home to Vandy? Could the Cambridges say? Could the
Ooh.
Cambridges say, you know what? We gonna go home to Tennessee.
Ooh. Hey,
We in the portal too.
the
Independently in the
Cambridges go.
portal.
They go to Vandy. Hey. Vandy gonna
I mean,
be.
it's
Hey,
just
Vandy
wishful
gonna be.
thinking right now. This is just wishful thinking right now. But if the Cambridges went home,
Hey,
they could take Vandy up
Vandy
another
could be
level.
working with something now. Vandy could be working with something. Yeah, boy. I,
I hope old Fago said, "Hey, Cody, come down here and take care of my peeps, man. I got going up to the dub. Come on down
I,
here." Hope Fago gave the call
I,
like, "Hey,
I need.
Cody,
Yeah, hey Cody, I just need you to go to South Carolina. Now
I need you on."
I know you didn't got a phone call from USC, the other one, right?
I
Cali.
know you go.
I need you to go to South Carolina. I don't need you to go to the other side. I need you to go to South Carolina. All right.
Come on home, Cody. You know we got
I know
that
you
goal
got that
together.
phone call. I know you got that phone call. Hey, but I need you to go to South Carolina. I don't need you to go to USC on the other side.
So I got another question. The flip side of that is, how many people put their name in the portal thinking they was gonna have an opportunity to go play with Juju that maybe are like, yo,
That doesn't change anything. It
and I'm
entices
thinking
more.
about like senior type players. Like this would have been their only year to play with her. Like this was I wanted the opportunity to try to go get a national championship. Maybe that changes where they look at going now.
When you break it down in that way, it really doesn't change anything because Juju can still come back next year, right? That doesn't change anything, right? That's why they immediately put her in surgery today. So
Oh,
she'll
really? She went to
yeah,
surgery really early.
no,
Wow.
no, they wanted it today. You have to wait for the swelling to go down because they was trying to do it. I want to say yesterday, but they have to wait for the swelling to go down in her knee to do it. So once
See,
the swelling go,
flip side, Ash waited a few weeks. She did prehab before she did her surgery.
she should have went
So,
straight to surgery. She would have been back.
who? Ashlyn? I think Ashlyn will still be back, but I don't want Ashlyn to rush back next year.
There. But no, she's definitely gonna be back. But I'm saying when you talk about Juju, you have to wait for the swelling in the knee to go down.
For
Because
sure.
you can have your surgery literally the following week after you tore your ACL the following week or the players the player that I was telling you about, you know what I'm saying, with that happened to me in the state tournament. She went in surgery 3 days after she tore it. Once the swelling went down, went straight to surgery. Her mom's a doctor, so they went straight to surgery. Boom. She was back in like 6 months, 6.5 months. So yeah, it could be done, but you're not. Nobody's gonna rush Juju back. Juju's gonna work her butt off to get back. She just not. She
Oh,
just
for
don't
sure.
want to get away from basketball. So what you gotta really do is you gotta tell Juju, hey, slow down, calm down, because she's gonna do everything that she can to come back stronger, faster, and be ready to go. You just gotta lure her to understand, like, hey, we don't need you to rush back. That's it.
And they are on here saying Cody McMahon to Texas. Is that what y'all
Nah,
want to see? Really?
hell no.
Cody to Texas?
What's she go to Texas for? She ain't competing for no national championship. She go to Texas.
Texas?
Plus, plus it doesn't make sense. With her and Booker doesn't make sense. They both want to do the same thing.
Right, Texas? I don't like it, guys. I don't like
The,
it.
the fit the fit doesn't make sense because they're both looking to do the same thing. Just saying.
Yeah, I don't like
Not
it.
saying not saying nobody's wrong and that it can't happen. What I'm saying to you in a sense is when you put two identical players on the same roster that do the exact same thing, heads clash.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
and Texas
Absolutely.
does not run a system for two players to flourish in that type of way. Unless one of them's coming off the bench and one of them starting, and that's gonna be that's gonna be tough.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Let's not do that. Yeah,
Unless Cody
Cody.
is competing for a championship, she's not going to a team where it's one or two players that want to listen. She could have stayed at listen. This is what people don't understand. If she wanted to go where it's just two people, she could have just stayed at Ohio State where she was at and just be frustrated.
And the other thing is that Cody's not leaving because she wants a team. Ohio State is Cody's team, right? Like that's her team. So I don't think that Cody's leaving for that. I think Cody is out of there because Cody wants to compete for a national championship.
I think it's
That's the only reason she leaves.
I got a strong feeling. It's probably three teams that truly call her that's really got her in mind, really interested. Both SCs,
Okay.
well, four. I'm gonna say four. Both SCs, Tennessee, LSU. Them are the four schools. Cause
LSU why?
huh?
LSU why?
The playing style. The playing style favors her,
Okay.
and she could play. She can. Alisa Mora, right? Who's replacing her? Cody can come and replace that.
Okay.
She's going. They got enough guards there, so they don't really truly need another guard. But she's a big guard, but she can do the same thing as Anissa Mora does, but better.
Okay.
So LSU was she did they definitely called SC. I already talked about that yesterday. The other SC because of Juju, right? So it it, it all makes when you look at that. Tennessee. Tennessee because they got a good freshman class in and they just need a leader, and she would be the leader to help them get through.
You don't think Talasia would be the leader?
She could be, she could. So, but we got to get into this because I said something to you about it last night. But how do
Oh yeah, let's
what's
go.
your thoughts? What's your thoughts about the WNBA possibly going on a lockout?
I think it's a possibility. I think it's a possibility. Um, my concern is that the last time that they possibly could have went on the lockout, the NBA could have pulled the rug out from under them, and so I wonder how that factors in this time. Like, do the players have enough leverage to really lock them out and stick to their guns with the money still owed to the NBA and all of that? I don't know because the last time they was like the NBA could have just been like, man, we're gonna pull our funding and shut the doors on the whole league then. So I know the popularity is there and Unrivaled is there and we got international play and all of that, but do they have the leverage that they need? Is my only question.
Here's my problem, and this is why it's going to go into a lockout. It's not that the WNBA players are going against WNBA owners. The problem that they got is they're going against NBA owners. That's where the problem is. And so that's why I asked that question about the whole lockout, because it's going to go into a lockout because you're not you don't have people that's actual WNBA owners that actually cares about the WNBA. It's NBA owners that own these teams, and they're going to make it a problem so they can get all the profit. Because you got to think about it. What the NBA owners is like, why would we give you the profit? Because in 10 years, what we're going to try to do is bid up all these contracts. In 10 years, we're going to be in a profit, and these players still ain't going to make money. And the players like, we want to make the money now, not in 10 years when y'all make the money. Because right now they're not profitable. But like it always says, if the WNBA would just go ahead and just say, you know what, the hell with all this, and they can get and they choose a right owner that with some money, they could legit buy out the NBA and just be their own realm. And that will solve all these problems with the CBA.
Where do they get the money for the buyout, though? That's my thing. Y'all got to get the funding to buy out.
Listen to what I just said. If the problem in this situation of why why the WNBA turning down a lot of these people that want to invest and want to own these teams is because the NBA owners. That's why. Because the NBA owners know if this thing flips up on the side of its head and they become profitable, they want their money. If you buy them out right now, they're not cool, but they're not making as much money because they thinking they're going to double, triple in their investment. And what they're trying to do, they don't want the same money back what they got right now. And that's what the problem is.
We put in some money, so we want some money back off of it. So let's come up with a buyout price and get them off your neck, man. Just come up. It don't have to be what you owe them. Whatever that is. If you owe them 50 million, give them 75. If you owe them 50, give them 100. Whatever that is, give them their bread and move on. My thing about the WNBA is I wish that they would have never, ever, ever named it the WNBA because they try to make it too much like the NBA. And you got the NBA too much in the business of the day-to-day operations of this women's basketball league. So for me, I would love to see the NBA out of this thing. Get those owners out. Get the people that are into women's basketball in here. Whatever that is, man, cash them out. Cash them out. Give them some future payout, some type of return on investment. Let's negotiate a deal that takes them out of the equation right now. You don't get to just hold on our backs until it get profitable. Now you like, yeah, it's profitable. We want all the big money because we was here at the beginning. Take what you got and let's be done. That's what I would like to see.
Yeah, that's what that. Yeah, I mean that's why these problems are happening. That's why they're going to go into a lockout because of the commissioner doesn't have the cachet or the nuts to say, "Hey, we want y'all out of here." Right? They really got her by the grips because you know what I'm saying. If she goes against the owners, she ain't making money. So she's got to side with them to make money.
You better believe it.
And so that's why the investors that she wants to bring in, she won't allow them to come in because of the owners that's already owning the teams. The hell with them. If I'm the WNBA commissioner right now, I'm trying to find a way, man. I'm trying to get the three biggest investors I can get that want to move the game forward, and we buying out all these owners and we change ownership on everybody. And now let's see what we're talking about. Because now you'll be able to run a league you want. Should that have
been their focus? Should they have people come in and buy teams that were already established before they start a new? Are you saying that they should have had the people that maybe own Portland should have bought a different team that the NBA already owns now instead of starting a new team in Portland? They should have got NBA ownership out first and then went into expansion.
Correct.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah, because if you did it that way, you would have the game would already be where it needs to be at. Because here's going to be another issue on the CBA, right? How is it fair for an international kid to come in at the age of 19, 20, but you tell an American kid they got to be in school till 2021?
That's the next fight.
I mean, it make business sense, right? So you let a foreign player come in and you don't care about no degree about what they got over there, but you don't care about a degree that an American woman got.
That's
Come
the
on,
next
dog.
fight.
Come on, dog. Let's be real, right?
The
And
very
so
next
when
fight.
I promise you, if Juju, because Juju was trying to find a way how to get to the league, she wasn't trying to really go to college. If if they would allow Juju to go overseas and play, she would have went over there and played for 1 year and been in the league. But they didn't. They was trying not to allow kids, so that's why they put it as you can't be. You have to be overseas born. You can't if you born in America and went over there, it doesn't count. Like how are you capping American women, but you're not capping foreign people? I mean, foreign players. That just doesn't add up. And so now, when you start to look at it, like yeah, these players are coming in older, but actually, you're not really getting the years that you need out of these players that you should be getting to see a growth. But maybe it's just me.
No, I mean I got it. I don't know. I guess on the one hand, they would be like, we want to make sure that the American women are leaving college with a degree. Um, and listen, I went to college. I have a college degree, and I'm not saying that it's not important. But in this day and age, a lot of these players, like Paige Beckers, that graduated last year. You know, a lot of these players are graduating early. They finishing up their degrees quicker. But let them have the choice. You know, the men leave and go back, and Steph went and got his degree at some point. Like, so there's some balance. I think what I worry about with them letting the players leave early is you leave out, you leave early, you you got your NIL, and then you get to the WNBA, and they don't have a place for you. And so now, what
All
are
right.
they endorsing you for if you don't have a place? If they don't have a place for you, so now you don't have a degree, you don't have NIL, and you don't have the WNBA. And so then, where are you? An
So let
international player can go back home. I
all right,
don't
so
know. I
let's
don't know what they do here.
so let's be real, right? All right, let's break this down. Let's break this down. Let's break that. Let's put back the onion. I
Let's
got a
go.
college degree, right? If
Hmm.
you played in college, there's always going to be a spot for you to go play overseas. So they're
Everybody,
gonna
everybody.
everybody. There's more
Okay,
there's more teams overseas than there is in America.
okay.
So
But
that every day somebody's calling for a player, right? Because
there's a significant trade off though for having to go play overseas versus playing in the United States.
not necessarily. Depending on where
The
you
way
play
these
it.
the way these the way these ladies talk about it, you miss Thanksgiving, you miss Christmas, you don't have this time with your family. You're the only American born player on the team. You basically just hanging out with your translator. Like I'm listening to like what this is what Candace and all of them talked about. Why Unrivaled was so important. Why it
But
was because when they have to go overseas, it was when they wanted to be home with their families.
but
So
here's
if
the thing though. It's
come on,
it's changed so much because guess what? Because the WNBA is cutting some money of these players, guess what's happening? All of them, where are they going? They're going overseas. So there's a way more American play. So when Candace was playing overseas and stuff like that, yes, there was less Americans because the product was watered down. Now that the product has expanded on the women's side and has really flourished, that's what majority of these women are playing. And guess
and
what? They're playing
I
better
understand that
basketball
they
over
pay
there.
more.
They
I
pay
understand that
more.
they pay more.
They pay
Renee
more.
Montgomery talked about. Renee Montgomery said she felt like they had cameras in her house watching her. So she talked about
Yeah.
they talked about the difference in how you're treated over there. Like
Yeah.
if I'm a mother, do I take my kids with me over there? Like it's a difference than just a man being like, yo, I'm finna go over here and shoot some hoop. Now I gotta pack up my kids and go over here. I, are there more American players on teams now? How many Americans was on the Chinese team with Camilla this year? Was she the only American player on that team?
I want to say it was another person. I want to say it was two. But like I said, it also depends on where you're playing. If you're playing in Australia, you're going to see a lot of American players over there. So you're not going to
Hmm.
have that same experience of like if you're going to play in China or if you're going to go play in Germany or
Hmm.
it's a base of where you're playing at. So in some of these places where they're playing at, who's paying the most? Yeah, you might be the only American. That's why they giving you this $4-5 million because you're the only American. But
Hmm.
then you go to Australia and you're not the only American over there. There's a bunch of American people and they might pay you $2 million. They're gonna pay it's a $3 million difference, but you're gonna have more Americans over there. It's gonna be a better situation, a more comfortable situation. And so it all depends on the player, right? and what
Mhm.
they want in the representation, right? And so when you talk about, the realm of what the WNBA at and the CBA and like how this unfair, it's like, think about it logically. Most of the time when these kids come out with these degrees, they don't even go into the field they got the degree in. So
I,
why are
I,
you basing the perimeters? Why are you basing the perimeters of you need a degree? Because majority of the time, when that person come out, they ain't even going in that field anyway.
no, I get it. I get
And
it.
just think about it, if they got a little stature about them from college, they're either gonna go play or they're gonna be in broadcasting because they can sell themselves. But you're not gonna tell a foreign player that.
No,
So
no.
I just don't. You know what I'm saying? That's where the disconnect comes in with me about like, man, come on, dog. What are we doing?
I definitely think that they need
Because
to find a balance. I definitely
because
think they need to find a balance.
you don't do nothing of men's sports like that, but you do women's sports like that. And I just for honestly, I don't get it because a lot of these kids in college don't even go to class. They get a degree for what? Like, come on now. I just want to know. You know what I'm saying? Because in true situations, the way they treat women's basketball players is so unfair. And it's always been a gripe about me, right? They treat women basketball players so unfair than what they treat every other
Oh,
sport.
I mean,
And
it ain't even
every other women's sport, you can go
just that.
professional way younger. We know
And that,
degrees. They don't even care about it. You want to go play tennis? You want to go play golf? You want to play softball? You do all this other stuff. That don't matter. Come to basketball, you got to do this.
yeah, you can absolutely go back. You can absolutely go back to college. I don't have a. You can absolutely go back to college. You can, like I said, Steph went back and got his degree at a certain
Yeah,
age.
you
What
can
I
offer do
don't
that.
want that.
Yeah.
What I don't want to happen to these players is I'm skipping college or I'm leaving college early. They get to the WNBA. They go through the ceremony of getting drafted, and then they go to training camp, and then they go home.
But I don't think that's going to really be an issue moving forward with the expansion of the WNBA. I don't think you're gonna
Here's the thing.
I don't think you're gonna see a lot of picks like you was in the past doing that. Like I just don't.
There's only 36 more spots coming to the NBA. 36 more spots. There are 36 players right now that think they should be in the WNBA. There's
I
36
get it, but
players right now that feel like they should be in the WNBA.
I
We
get
could
that,
probably
but what
name 36 players, right? No, go ahead.
I'm saying when I'm talking about strictly first round. I'm not second, third round, whatever. I'm talking about strictly
Okay,
first
okay,
round.
okay, okay. Let's
When you talk
okay.
about
First round.
strictly the first round players, only like less than 5 out of the 12 or stand on the roster. The rest of them are getting cut. I'm saying in the future, I think the first round picks are going to be staying on a roster longer than they have now.
But look at the trends of the first round picks. More first round picks went to international players last year than any other year before. I think that trend continues.
Yeah, because you can get them young.
They drafted players last year that didn't even come play in the WNBA.
You know why though? If I can get a kid younger and I can develop her in my program, why wouldn't I? Why would I take an older
So
American player?
so what does that mean
It just
for an
make it make
American?
sense.
So what does that mean for an American player then?
You in a world of trouble unless they change the CBA. But you don't. But also, y'all don't want an American player to come out early. So the listen.
No. I don't mind them coming out early. What I don't want
No,
them to do is
this is what I'm saying. You have NBA. The reason why a lot of this is happening because you have NBA owners running the goddamn WNBA. This is why this is happening.
sure. Oh
So
yeah,
now
we agree.
they're taking the same philosophy that they use on the NBA and bring it to the WNBA. I'm going to draft and stash. I can get this kid younger. I can develop this kid younger instead of me picking this older kid. I got way more years of her. And if she just think about it, whatever she's done at this age and what that player done at that age, if she's on a higher projection, I'm going to draft this kid and stash this kid versus taking this American product. It makes no sense. And that's all they're doing. They're using the same philosophy for the NBA.
Are there kids in college right now that are making what they're paying overseas in a NIL?
It's only a handful. Only a
600,000,
handful.
700,000.
It's
But
only a
that would be
handful.
about the same.
Yeah.
But it would only be about a hand, and that's probably the same handful that could have came out early, right?
Correct.
So did
Now
they do
I'll say
this?
this. I'll say this. It's probably if you took the college collegiate level right now, there's probably about 12 kids that's not eligible that can come out and play right now in the league and be a factor. It's about
Are
12.
those 12? And do those 12 kids have great NIL deals right now,
Yeah.
where they probably have $1 million in the bank, $2 million?
The only out of those 12, probably four. Four out of those 12.
Okay, but those 12 have pretty much made what they would have made overseas in
In
NIL
college.
money.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
So no real reason for them to go overseas if they can make that money in NIL in college, right?
But you
Other
can't
than
go
other than the development.
you can go overseas because they're not. So here's the thing: you go overseas, they're still going to tell you need a 4-year American degree.
No, no,
So
no, no, no.
you can go
I'm
there.
saying if we can get that. No, no, no. I'm saying if we can get that changed in the CBA, right? The only
A lot.
what they get
Listen.
from going overseas is the development piece of it, right? It's
So
not
all right. So
necessarily just the money piece. It's gonna be the development too, right?
so break down what changed, and then I'll explain my answer.
So what I'm saying is, right now, these 12 kids, what I would have made if I was able right now to go overseas and play, I made that in NIL money. So it's not the money. But what I would have been able to do is go over and play for a year instead of being in college and make that money, but get the development against a pro player or bigger players or whatever. So the benefit of me going overseas versus sitting in college is I made the same amount of money, but I'm a more developed player, is what I'm saying. Is what I'm asking you
I'm
about being able to come out of college and either go to the league or go overseas and play and come back like Juju wanted to.
the only
Because
thing that
Juju
would
could have came back with the same amount of money, but more developed.
should have
If I
she
understand
have
what
came
you're
back
saying.
with more money. Should have came back with more money because should have been more of a national brand, a global brand. Because you got think about it, you got all these people from America following her over there, right? To watch her every step. Now you're putting her on TV, and she's already overseas. She becomes more of a global brand. She's making more money.
Here's the thing. I'll be honest. How many overseas games do y'all watch of y'all players? Your WNBA players when they go overseas? Not many.
But not many.
You
It
try to
depends.
you try to
But
catch up with them. You try to catch
but
up with them. Like the China games, I try to watch those, and it's like, man, they talking in Chinese. Cut it down. What's the highlights? Let me know what happened. So I
but,
get it. Yeah,
but you
she
gotta
would have some international. She would have some international fans, but we don't really
listen
tune in
what I'm
like that.
saying. They would treat her like they did with Victor Women Army, right? That's what they would do with her. She's you talking about taking the face of women's basketball and you talking about putting her overseas and you don't think they're gonna try to market that?
Sure, they'll market it, but what I'm saying is over here, how many of us are getting up in the middle of the night to watch those games?
They're not gonna put her against in the middle. They're gonna find a way to make it work with American time. They just are. They did it with Victor, right? I'm telling you, when you got somebody that could potentially be a number one pick and they just choose to opt to go do something completely opposite, right? Just like when they did with LaMelo.
I'm
LaMelo
not.
Ball. When
I'm
LaMelo
being
Ball
honest.
went, and they consider
I
him as
didn't.
a high pick. They did that with him.
I didn't. I didn't watch none of Lamelo's games. I didn't watch none of
I
Victor.
didn't say you
I'm
did.
just being,
I'm just saying.
no. I'm just being.
Okay.
I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you know what? I'll see him when they get here, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it does. It didn't mean that much to me. Like, I'll see him when they get here. And
I,
then,
am just
and
using, I'm just
plus,
using I'm just using the comparisons in the Juju situation, right? But honestly, the real thing come down to what purpose does it serve for Juju to go overseas unless it's the age difference? Unless the
but
age difference is CBA. That's the only way. That's
here's
the
the
only
other
why you would
here's
do it.
the other here's my other question. If Juju comes out of high school and says I'm going overseas to play basketball, do we know her? Do we care about her like that? If she's not at USC, no,
I can't say that.
no,
I
no.
can't. Me personally, I
Here's the
can't say
thing.
that.
Here's the thing. What I'm saying is you don't know her on a global on a you don't know her globally like you do now coming out of who would know her would be the basketball world. Who knows
Yeah.
her now are the fringe fans. If she doesn't go to USC, if she doesn't have the stuff behind her, you don't know. If Juju comes out of high school and then goes over to Australia to play, we don't know who Juju
Yeah.
is. The average basketball fan doesn't know who Juju is.
Now,
We
if
needed
you,
to see
yeah,
her. We needed to see her at USC. You needed to see her as a National Player of the Year. You needed to see the narrative about her possibly being better than Paige and with Hannah for her to matter. If she just came out of high school, the only people that know about her are the people in California and the people that follow her on AAU. I'm just saying from a women's basketball perspective. If I'm wrong, y'all get in the chat and tell me. But
no,
I
no,
don't see
you're not
women.
wrong. You're not wrong about what you're saying at all. It's just from me, it's like the premises of this. It is like and from Juju's standpoint is why would you go overseas unless the age difference thing? Otherwise, it don't make sense, right? Unless you just don't want to go to
So
class, like it
so
don't
is
really
it
make
is
sense to go
it
overseas because
so
you.
then what does she do? So then what does she do for the year? You
No,
want her
I'm
to
saying
go
the
because they're
only
not gonna let
difference.
her go. Oh, go ahead.
No, what I'm saying is if you're talking about like the way the CBA is constructed right now, right? You got to be 20 for overseas play. You got to be 22 for American, right?
Uh-huh.
Unless you was allowed to go overseas and come into the WNBA after 1 year, that makes sense to go over there. If there's no other way you can get to the draft, there ain't no point in going overseas. Like you're
Got
you know what I'm saying? You're really not being proactive. So it's like your argument, what you're saying is completely right. There's nothing to argue against
No,
unless
I misunderstood
yeah.
what you were saying. I thought you were saying for Juju to come on and go overseas and then come back, and that's why I was like, she doesn't get the same
No,
hype that
no,
she
no.
does.
So
But
the
I
reason,
follow you. I
yeah,
follow you now.
the reason why I'm saying that is if the age limit was to stay the same, right? And say they bumped it down 1 year, right? Foreign players 19, American players 21, right? And I'm a high school player. I'm like, bump this, and I'm the number one. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go overseas and play this year so I can get to the league faster. Because if I get to the league faster, I can build my brand faster. I can make more longevity of money. I'm setting myself up financially for what I want to do and build my brand faster. Is what I was looking at,
Okay,
right?
I got you. Okay, I
But
got you. I got you.
yeah, so it's
Uh,
it's
uh, uh,
it's like because think about it. When you go, it being real, when you go to college, you get some of these degrees. You see what some of these people got degrees for. It's more a line of sports management, right? And it just fits
yeah,
into all these different segues. So you're really not using your degree anyway. By the time you get out of school, your degree probably ain't gonna be worth nothing. What you went to, unless you went to go be a doctor, right? Your degree's not gonna be really worth nothing because guess what? A lot of these jobs want the experience over the person with the degree now because they didn't fail with
I
people
mean,
with
listen.
degrees over the experience.
Plus,
So
if you do the thing right, right. If you do this thing right, you build a network that allows you to build out what your success plan is going to be. Whether that's owning a business, investing in a business, whatever that is, and you put the people around you. Mostly, what you learn at college is networking, building relationships. Right? There's nothing at college that you really be like, yes, when I get out of college, I'm going to use this on my job. Unless you are a doctor or something like that,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
network, it's building relationships. That's what college is, right? You do some homework and meet some people and make some great connections.
So
Hopefully,
I see this coming,
um,
right? She's already built her brand, making her money off the league and ain't playing. We're talking as if she was in high school coming out
yeah,
and you did like now where she's at right now. So you got to
yeah.
scratch where she's at right now.
Before the Nerd Wallet, before Nike, Juju just finished. Where is she going? Right?
Right?
What did she do?
Yeah. So to catch people up on the conversation, we're really talking about the CBA, right, and the WNBA. If they was, what I'm saying, to allow American players to go overseas with the age limit that is currently constructed right now, these are what you would, what I'm saying, this is how this would interact. If you was just to go overseas, it does with the way the CBA is constructed right now for American players, it makes no sense in hell to go overseas because
But if
you
they
still would
reconstruct it,
need 4 year degree, college degree to go and to get into the league because you were born in America. So we were just talking hypotheticals. If they was to change certain things in the CBA when she came out of high school, this would it be. That's all.
so she could have went basically instead of doing an NIL deal, she could have went at 18 overseas and played for 600,000 or whatever.
Now
Got
she got a cool, she got easy meal instantly.
meal. I put whatever
Yeah.
the number is, right? $1 million, the experience, and then the right after that 1 year when she hits 19 now to come back and be like, I'm ready to go into the WNBA draft. But they would have to change the CBA to say an American born player doesn't also need a college degree and would be welcome into the league at 19. Right now, they saying you have to be 22 with a degree. I think 22 with a degree if you're American born. So, and it would be interesting to have them answer why they said that. It just sounds like somebody mom was in
But
the
that's my biggest thing. I just want somebody to explain why, who came up with this rule and why, because it doesn't make sense.
somebody's mom was in the room when they were making the rules, and they were like, education is important. If it all fails, if the WNBA fails, I want them to still have a degree to be able to go out and be successful. And I can understand that at the beginning stages of the WNBA. But it's 28 years old now. And it's sustained
Yeah.
for 28 years, and now it's lightning in a bottle. And so it's an opportunity to go back and say, hey, maybe this really is a free country and people are free to make their choices, and she can go to college in the summer or online or whatever it is that she wants to do, to be able to give some freedom back to these players to be able to make decisions for themselves, because there are different opportunities out here. It's not like this thing we gonna see and it's still we don't know how it's gonna go. It's 28 years old now. Okay,
I'll say
let's
this though.
give them
I'll
some
say
options. I get that part.
the WNBA is kind of like hurting themselves though in a sense, because a lot of these kids be done with high school and can come out a year early. But what's the purpose of them coming out a year early to go to college when they got to stay in college for 4 years? Like Juju could have literally came out a year before she came out, reclassified up, and came
Well,
out, and
Chloe
then
did. Well, Chloe did.
I'm not saying
Chloe
I'm
did.
saying you would see a lot more kids come out early and better the product in college because you had the kids younger. But you know the
And maybe
WNBA
Chloe,
stopping that.
Chloe's gonna be old enough, to graduate. I mean, and Chloe still she came out early and still did 4 years, right? So
Yeah.
She came to college early. She still did her 4 years. She should leave with a degree, and into the WNBA.
But I
But
mean,
I
yeah,
get it. I get it. The opportunity to have that option. What
yeah,
else you got up today, Rob?
just chilling today. I might come on, jump on, and do a Colorado show later on tonight. But right now, man, I'm just chilling, man. I'm just having a good time.
Still having a good time,
Chilling,
man.
having a good
We
time, man.
watching.
I'm waiting on I'm waiting on a couple phone calls. You know what I'm saying? Who finna hit this portal? So we gonna see. I'm gonna hit as soon as something happen.
Yeah, y'all know I'm getting ready to come back with the CC show. MJ, you in the building? You in the building? The next time we come up for hot takes, Rob has requested MJ. If you are available, you pop up on the hot take, homie.
Yeah,
We
MJ,
pop up
pull
on the
up.
hot
Hey,
take.
listen, we're stuff for anybody in the chat. If y'all want to pull up on Hot Takes Wednesday with us, man, pull up. We ain't scared. We love. Hey, listen,
Let,
I love great conversation. I love to get up here and
let us know.
talk
We'll drop the links.
about it. You know what I'm saying? We'll drop the link for you to pull up on us, man. But hey, don't come up here talking no foolishness, because we gonna get you right now.
Yeah. We ain't doing no trolling. It ain't no trolling. Straight for conversation. We calling on you. Y'all run them likes up on both the platforms. Make sure y'all are following Rob the Man Media. Sco Buffs. He got all of the hot news for the Colorado Buffs coming on his channel. Keep locked in, man. We gonna be dropping hot takes.
I
We
listen.
doing hot take Wednesdays. I'm bothering Rob all March though. I'm bothering him through April. So we gonna try to get him up here more than once a week.
I
Just to
listen.
get
I'm
some
telling y'all right
updates and stuff
now.
like that.
Yeah, when I'm live at the spring game, don't be surprised. You see Seth up there talking some football now. Don't be surprised now.
We'll
I
pop up
listen.
and
I
talk
ain't even told her.
football.
I ain't even told her what was gonna happen. So I'm breaking it down for y'all right now. So when I'm
We'll
at the
pop up and
game,
talk some football.
yeah, I'm saying might have her over there talking. So yeah, y'all pull up on us, man. And make sure y'all like, share, subscribe to the channel, both channels. So when we go live, y'all know what it is. Until next time.
Y'all know what it is. Y'all stay tuned. Talk soon. Me and Rob, we out.